Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now, you may have clicked on this video because it's just an ordinary Shake video. Or you may have clicked on this video because you need some help growing your channel and getting up there on top with all the other Rec Room YouTubers. If you know who I am, welcome back. And if you don't, I'm Shake. I've been doing YouTube for less than a year and I already have 7,000 subscribers. Now along the way, it's been very difficult, but I've also learned some tips that have helped me grow my channel, and I'm going to share these tips with you. Now, I've gotten asked a lot on tips for YouTube, and I've always said the same thing, so I decided I'll make a video about it, and I'll share those tips with you, but a little more detailed and descriptive. So, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can be a better Rec Room YouTuber. The first tip is preparing yourself before the video. Now, this is making an appealing profile picture for your YouTube channel, an appealing banner, and just setting up your channel in general. Now, when it comes to making a profile picture, you can't have it be too much, but it can't be too little. It has to be something appealing that everyone will remember and everyone will know when they see it. For example, a little art piece like mine with a nice simple gradient background will work. Make sure you outline it for extra detail. Or just a regular Rec Room character with a regular background. Anything like that will work. But you don't want to have too much, and my suggestion is not using a logo unless it is yours for your channel. Like, don't just put the Rec Room logo in your profile picture. It's not appealing. Or any other logo that wouldn't be yours. Another thing is your banner. Now, this is something that everyone will see when they click on your channel. You want it to have your profile picture, and you also want it to have a little more, like whether you post videos a week, whether it's certain days. You just want to put that in the banner just so people know. You know, it's helpful for people so they know when to come and check when your videos are uploaded. Another thing you want to add is all of your social medias, like Instagram, your Discord if you want people contacting you, and all that kind of stuff. And unlike the profile picture, I suggest putting a logo of the game you play in there, just so people know what they're looking at. So yeah, that's pretty much what you gotta do before you start making your videos. Now we're on to step 2. Step 2 is about choosing an idea. You most likely want your video ideas to be original. That is my number 1 tip when it comes to making videos. But, of course, using other people's ideas isn't necessarily so bad. You can use their idea, but make sure you give them credit and you put your own twist to the video. Even if it's a broad idea, I would suggest giving credit to whoever you saw do it first. For example, a week ago when I posted my Rec Center video, the people that I got inspiration from was Tidal Wave and Zyph, so I made sure to put them in the video. Now, back to my original idea. If you want to come up with an original idea, make sure it's something that other people would want to watch. It could be counting trees in the park. Like, yes, that's original. I don't think anybody's done that. But would people really want to watch it? Think of something that nobody's ever done that would be interesting to watch. Now, I'll get into how to make it interesting in the next part, but just think of an original idea. I do it when I'm in the shower. I do it when I'm on a walk. Just whenever you're in your own thoughts, that's when you gotta think of an idea. Think of rooms that just came out. Maybe start your own series on going through specific rooms, like a certain hashtag or something like that. Just whatever you like to do, and make sure it's entertaining. Now, let's get into that part. Step 3 is a big one, executing the idea. How do I make it entertaining? In order to make it entertaining, you would like to talk a lot during the video. Now, you may be wondering, well, why would I do that? Nobody wants to see a 30-minute walkthrough of you just going through a map and not saying anything. I mean, unless they're into that kind of stuff and they just want to see what the map is without any voices, and yeah, that may be possible, but people want to hear what you think about the map. And I'm not just saying at the end of the map, say, oh, I thought it was a 10 out of 10. They want to see your reaction to everything and everything else like that. So my suggestion is to talk a lot during that video. Another thing is to bring a friend along. Especially if they're funny, it'll make it more entertaining. So bring a funny friend, you know? That'll most likely get your videos more views because once people see it, they'll share it with their friends, they'll share it in a Discord server, and it'll just start spreading. And they'll subscribe and come back for more, especially if they like the person in that video. Or maybe you're a funny person, then they'll especially subscribe. But my suggestion when it comes to making videos is to not do super long maps. Like I said earlier, nobody just wants to see a 30-minute walkthrough unless you make it entertaining. So that's up to you whether you do that. I myself don't prefer doing story maps because I'm really bad at making that kind of stuff entertaining. Another thing about making a video is having the right resources for doing it. you would most likely want to have a good microphone, and if you don't, I mean, you always have to start somewhere. So that's what I did. I started with the HTC Vive on my YouTube channel, and we all know how bad that was. So just, even if you start out with a bad microphone, that's okay, but you want to end up with a good microphone, you want to have good video quality, you want to tweak your settings on your recording software. I use OBS Studio. Tweak your settings to make sure it's the best resolution and the best everything that you can get, and yeah, that's pretty much how you execute your video idea. Step 4 is probably one of the biggest steps that it comes when making a video, and that is editing. You can get an editor, but you would most likely have to pay them unless you're really small and they're your friend or whatever. But if you are editing your own video, it's very important to listen to these steps. Most likely, anytime you see a good video, it's probably really well edited, and you subscribe and you come back and you keep watching their videos. Nobody's gonna want to see a video with no edits, unless it's just a short video and you're just showing something and it doesn't really matter. But when it comes to 10-minute videos or even a 5-minute video where you're trying to make it entertaining, editing is key. You'll see a difference in someone who took 3 hours to edit a video and someone who took 20 minutes to edit a video. It's just more entertaining with editing. Little images on the side of the screen or subtitles will come in handy because people really like to see that kind of stuff when they're watching a video, especially when there's multiple people talking at once. That's when I suggest using subtitles. As you saw in my last Rec Center video, I used lots of subtitles, and it took me 2.5 hours to edit that video. Another thing about editing is using the right audio clips. Make sure, number 1, it's no copyright so you don't get copyrighted, and number 2, it's something that goes along with the video. This video is a more chill explaining video, and in the background you hear lo-fi music, because I thought that would suit the best for this. If you want no copyright music, my suggestion is either going on YouTube and looking up no copyright music, or going on a website that has no copyright music, because there's a lot to choose from. I don't really use websites, but I'm trying to look more into it because I feel like it'll be more helpful with me. I feel like I use the same sound a lot, and I want to change it up a bit. But one thing is really important about sounds in no copyright music. If you're on a website and you see a music piece that's no copyright that you really like and would feel suited for your video, but it has singing that you wouldn't like, look up the name of the song and the artist on YouTube and then put instrumental. That will only be the sound. I found this really cool sound that I really liked, and you probably heard it in my intro and outro in the Rec Center video. Well, it actually had words in it, and I found it on a website. But after seeing it, I looked up the name and the artist of the sound, and I put instrumental at the end, and boom, it was there, and I used it as my intro and outro for my last video. Editing is one of the biggest parts when it comes to making your videos. And not just video editing, that also means photo editing, like making your thumbnails, and like I said in the first tip, making your profile picture and your banner. When it comes to making thumbnails, like I said, exactly for the profile picture, not too much, but not too little. What you want to have is just the right amount. You don't want a bunch of stuff in the thumbnail that throws people off, because thumbnails is one of the most important parts when making a YouTube video, because it's what people see. Number 1 tip is to not just use the one that YouTube suggests, which is a little clip from your video, a little snapshot from your video that just isn't good. You want to make it. My suggestion is going to pixlr.com. I know a lot of YouTubers who use this. I myself don't use it. I use Photoshop, but that costs money. So the free alternative for that is Pixlr. Just go there and I'll tell you the rest. My suggestion is to use a few people from your video, like yourself, reacting to however you felt the most in the video, like either it was surprised, or it was a sad video, or the video was confusing, like that's how you acted in the video, you were happy in the video. Just make that face. Go to a green screen room, make your own green screen. If you pull out your maker pen, you can go to open palette, and then go to props, go to creative, and click a green screen. You can make your own green screen. This will be really helpful when it comes to making thumbnail photos, like yourself, like I said before, whatever pose you want to do. Another thing I would add is someone in the video. Maybe your friend is tagging along with you. Put them in there too. Or maybe someone who was really funny in the video that you came across that is a really important part of that video. Maybe like the biggest part in the video. Like in my Rec Center video, this kid kept on following us around, so I thought I'd put him in the thumbnail. Number 1 rule when it comes to making thumbnails is most likely not to put the title in the thumbnail. It doesn't look clean, it doesn't look nice. Nobody wants to see the name of the video. You can put text in the video, like, I don't know, laughing, like people laughing. In my last video, I just put he across the person's face because that's what he came up and kept on doing to us. But just be wise on what you use for text. Another thing is, my suggestion, put the logo of the game that you're doing in the bottom right corner. I put Rec Room because that's the game I play. And it doesn't have to be in the bottom right. You can put it anywhere you want, but that's just my suggestion. And of course, when it comes to putting the background of the thumbnail, most likely do wherever you went. In the Rec Center video, I put a Rec Center. If I was doing a video here, which I am for the thumbnail that you saw, you're going to see that the thumbnail is a park. And yeah, that's what you do to make a thumbnail. The last step is another really important one. It's how you react to everything. Reacting to everything is a huge part and could even play a huge role in how you grow. People don't want to see some cocky guy going around saying, I have 1,000 subscribers and you don't, or my latest video got 500 views and I bet yours didn't. You can tell people that, but in a humble way. Humble is key. Nobody wants to see some cocky guy YouTuber, especially if they're already subscribed to you. They're not going to want to subscribe to you anymore. They're most likely going to unsubscribe. Now, you can act that way jokingly around your friends because they understand, they're close to you. But in public, I wouldn't do that. Another thing is people are going to ask for your picture, especially as soon as you start getting bigger. You're going to get that a lot. Say yes to the picture. It's not that hard to get a quick snap with people. I've seen a lot of people just like ignore their fans, like all that kind of stuff, unless they're in a rush or they're busy or they have to get somewhere. Just say yes. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a photo, and I guarantee you that you made that person's day after you've done it. So when it comes to reacting to everything, my number one tip is to just stay humble. This will wrap up the video. I hope that this advice will help you as much as it helped me over the months of me growing my YouTube channel, since I've learned these things ever since I've started. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.